Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. I'm Brian Young, former statist, former bootlicking supporter of the Thin Blue Line gang. I mean, I really used to love the taste of polished leather.
Don't tell me you didn't.
Matter of fact, leave a comment about what used to be your favorite part of lapping up the footwear of costume depressors. Today, we're going to look at a routine, what they call
Traffic stop.
Now, we all know these aren't technically traffic stops. They're fishing expeditions. And these expeditions don't keep people safe so much as they serve as a justification to pillage average people and increase the coffers of the state. So let's take a look.
Hey there, Deputy Lamson, Boys County Sheriff's Office. The reason I'm stopping you going 59 is 45 through here.
Oh, I thought it was 55.
Nope. Do you have a driver's license, proof of insurance, registration with you? Been 45 for about the last 10 miles for you.
Oh, I thought it was 55. Okay.
Is this your car, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Are you Jennifer?
Yeah.
Do you have your ID with you?
She doesn't need to show you her ID, sir.
It's her vehicle, so I'd like to
Yeah,
confirm.
No, she hasn't committed any crime. She's not going to show your ID. I'm sorry, sir. It's not going to happen. No, I apologize.
I need to confirm that
With
it's her
all due
vehicle.
respect, no, you don't. I'm driving. You don't actually.
I need to.
No.
It doesn't matter if that you're driving.
Do you suspect her of committing a crime?
No, I do not.
Okay. Then,
But I need to. Her name is on her registration. I need to confirm that it's her.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, sir. I'm driving. She doesn't need
It
to show
doesn't
your-
matter.
She's not going to show your ID, dude. It's not going to happen.
Sir?
I apologize, sir.
Now, in this video, we're going to learn two things. Number one, authoritarians like Boise County's Officer Lamson, badge number 2247, are revenue-generating road pirates for foreign corporations. He doesn't care about you or the safety of people on the road. He's there to violate your rights, take your money, and treat you like a subject. Number two, in most states, there are only two logical reasons anybody should ever give up their ID. And that's if you're operating a vehicle on the public roadways and you've committed a traffic infraction, or if the revenue generator has probable cause that you've committed a crime. Not reasonable articulable suspicion like Terry v. Ohio, but probable cause as in the Fourth Amendment. There is a difference, and we're going to take a look at that. We got to stop using Terry v. Ohio terminology. I know saying reasonable articulable suspicion sounds good, but it's not constitutional. Now let's get back to this extortion operation.
Okay.
If you would like to, you can get your. With all due respect, I appreciate what you do, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
But you are giving me a hard time.
Yeah, well, okay, if you want to look at it like that, I am going to give you a hard time over it because I am all about my rights, and she has rights. You don't suspect her of any crime.
This cop's like, don't you realize I'm here with the implied threat of force to separate you from your hard-earned cash during this piracy operation?
Stop giving me a hard time while I'm giving you a hard time.
I am all about my rights, and she has rights. You don't suspect her of any crime. She's not. You haven't pulled her over.
That this is her vehicle.
No, you don't.
So if this vehicle was stolen, that doesn't make a difference. It's going to come back to a Jennifer Ramsey.
Do you suspect this vehicle being stolen?
Possibly. I have no idea.
No, you're right. You have no idea. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Let's go ahead and put RAS, or reasonable articulable suspicion, to bed. I realize this sounds like the right thing to say, and I'm not condemning anybody for saying it. But when you invoke RAS, or reasonable articulable suspicion, you're inviting the cop to use subjective suspicion in order to unconstitutionally violate your rights and extract an ID. Fourth Amendment probable cause is where you want to go with this. And if you want to sound smarter, you can always call it objective articulable fact. The main difference between reasonable suspicion from Terry v. Ohio and probable cause from the Fourth Amendment is that probable cause relies on objective circumstances and evidence, whereas reasonable suspicion is discretionary and closer to an inclination rather than evidence. So what is probable cause? Before cops can make an arrest or make you insecure in your person by extracting an ID from you, they gotta have probable cause. This means that officers have clear and objective circumstances that suggest criminal activity. Probable cause is super important because it ensures that officers cannot make arrests or get an ID based on a hunch or a feeling. Instead, they got to find substantial proof of a crime to get a warrant and proceed with an investigation or get an ID. Here's an example. An officer is patrolling on a main street when he notices an individual running down the street carrying a large duffel bag. As the person's running, he trips and drops the bag, which splits open to reveal vast amounts of goods from watches to old jewelry pieces. Suddenly, the officer gets a call over the radio that a local pawn shop was just robbed. At this point, the officer can sufficiently say that the individual running away from the direction of the shop with the duffel bag full of potentially stolen goods is probably the perpetrator. Because the officer has probable cause, he can now proceed with the detainment and ID. So what's reasonable suspicion? Reasonable suspicion is based on an inclination as opposed to having evidence. Often, reasonable suspicion leads an officer to investigate around an area where he believes that criminal activity was or is taking place. Sometimes during this investigation, he may discover evidence for probable cause and make an arrest. However, regardless of how reasonably suspicious an officer is, they cannot legally arrest or detain or ID someone based on suspicion alone. Here's an example of reasonable suspicion. An officer is sitting at his post when he looks over at a local park. There, he notices a man looking around as if he's waiting for somebody. Another man walks up to him, and they appear to talk for a moment before shaking hands. The second man walks away, leaving the first alone. Not 10 minutes later, however, another person strikes up a conversation with this individual. They also shake hands, but the angle of the newcomer's body doesn't cover up the money he exchanges before the handshake. At this point, the officer has reasonable suspicion that a drug deal is possibly taking place. While he can't arrest or detain this man in the park or even ID, the officer can investigate him by asking around for a name. Now let's go back to the road piracy stop, still in progress.
Do you suspect this vehicle being stolen?
Possibly, I have no idea.
No, you're right, you have no idea. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. I'm sorry, sir. It's not going to happen.
I need to confirm that this is Jennifer Ramsey.
Supervisor, please.
He's not on right now.
Well, I apologize then. It's not going to happen, dude. You can do whatever you need to do. You can violate my rights. You can
I'm
violate
not violating
her rights.
anybody's
You can violate
rights.
her rights. She's
Sir.
not going to present her ID. You pulled me over. It's not going to happen.
Okay, so if this vehicle is stolen and the person that's driving it,
go check.
I have no idea.
Go check. Go check.
Okay,
Run the vehicle.
you said this was your vehicle, correct?
Run the vehicle. Yeah,
It's still going to come back to a Jennifer Ramsey.
She's my wife.
Okay, I don't know if this
She's
is
my
Jennifer
wife.
or not.
It doesn't matter. You don't need to know. You don't need to know.
Yes, I do.
Sorry, go run the vehicle, see if it's stolen. That's all you gotta do, man.
It may
That's
not
simple.
come back as stolen, sir.
I don't care. I don't care. Then you have no articulable suspicion of anything.
In the end, Officer Lamson, badge number 2247, was able to issue the speeding ticket. But the man stood his ground and protected the identity of his wife. He secured his wife's Fourth Amendment right to be secure in her person, while Officer Lamson, badge number 2247, tried to deprive her of it. So the officer didn't get everything he wanted, and that makes it a good day. This video comes from B. Waller76, and in my opinion, B. Waller is a baller for standing up for his wife's freedoms. Go visit him and give him some love. Subscribe, like, share this video, and leave a comment. It's super important that you do that for the algorithms. And don't forget to hit the bell and grab a shirt from the store. Until next time, assert your rights and flex your rights, or you're gonna lose your rights. Subscribe for more tyranny-busting content.